There's nothing technically stopping me buying a PS4. I just like to make my big technical purchases in steps. My last one was a big TV, so I guess next on the list is a PS4. I've borrowed one a couple of times from work and I know that I love it, so it's definitely coming next.
I picked up a PS4 at launch. I wouldn't say I play it every day. It's probably my most used home console. I'm definitely more of a PC gamer. And honestly, just because I kind of have a longer commute and because I prefer the games, I spend more time on my 3DS. But it's a definite, really strong number 3.
I do not own a PS4. The main platform I play, I would say 90 to 95% of my games on is PC. It's another one of the reasons I haven't picked up a PlayStation 4, because multiplat is everything. There are few and far between exclusives that I'm going out of my way for at the moment. And if it's on PC and PlayStation 4 and Xbox, I'm going to play it on PC.
I've had it since launch. Typically when it comes to consoles, I get launch consoles, and that's no exception. I pre-ordered a Wii U, I pre-ordered an Xbox One, and I pre-ordered a PlayStation 4. And at this stage, the Xbox One is usually my go-to machine for just general media. Like if I want to watch Netflix or Hulu, I usually use the Xbox One for that. And if I want to play games, usually it's the PlayStation 4 nowadays.
Started off mostly as a Netflix machine, and it's only really recently that I felt that the games have really definitely justified my purchase. It took a while, but we finally got there.
I think maybe the tide turned when Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes came out, because I really enjoyed playing that. I got to download it and then just play it on the system, and it was one of these sort of pick up and play things, so I was more encouraged to turn on my PS4. One of my favourite games that came out this year, Transistor, was an exclusive for it, or at least console exclusive, and I adore playing that as well, so that kind of got me back into the rhythm of turning on my PlayStation.
Personally, my favourite thing about having a PS4 is it seems like everyone else has one. And I've never had something like that before, because last generation I was on PlayStation 3, anyone I met and all my friends here at Games World, like everyone had an Xbox 360. So I'd never really played online with anyone, or at least anyone that I knew. And then PlayStation 4 comes along, and it took a little while, but then a game like Destiny came along and everyone played on PS4 together. And that was just this new experience for me that I'd never had in the last generation.
The best thing about owning a PS4 is all the 6 Sony first-party games. I know it sounds fanboyish, but I've been like a Sony and Nintendo guy for a while. And yeah, Sony's always really had the really good exclusive, like Last of Us and Infamous and all that kind of stuff. And I think multi-platform is better on Sony.
So I used to use a Xbox 360 because everything just worked. I didn't have to fight it, whereas I always felt I was kind of fighting my PS3. But the PS4, you know, playing with friends online is a complete breeze. The controller is just really comfortable to use. You can plug your headphones in it. The light, even like in some games, it'll be lit up when you're visible and off when you're in darkness. And it's lots of just little things that I'm using it and I'm thinking, huh, that's really good. Or it's things you don't even notice because it's so slick and user-friendly. So that's the biggest thing. When I've taken one home, it's just been so easy, and it's just let me play the games. I'm not have to fight anything.
They say that, like, you know, truly great pieces of design you don't really notice because things just work. And I feel that way quite strongly about the PlayStation 4. Like, I love the interface. It's very slick. It's very clean. I like that I can just, you know, put a game in and the install doesn't take forever and I can just start playing.
So I guess the best thing about having a PS4 is not having to use an Xbox One. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but the whole experience is just so much nicer. You turn it on, it's got this really soothing, lovely music, and then you push a button and you're in a game. It's very easy, it's very simple. If I want to change settings, it's really easy. The Xbox One UI is still not quite there yet, and not having to deal with that is one of the best things.
They're quite expensive at the moment, and all the games that I want to play on them, we have in the office just over here. So I've kind of actually played through everything that's out in the office, and I don't need to go home and play them again yet.
So yeah, I think the first year of the PlayStation 4 has been a little bit underwhelming. There hasn't really been a major must-have game for the system. There's been a few re-releases and remasters, but there's nothing really that's there on it that makes me want to use the machine all the time, and there's nothing. Like, if one of my friends said to me, you know, should I buy a PlayStation 4? Really, at the moment, I would say hold on to your money, because I don't think there's there's one single reason why you should buy it.
It's a tough question to decide whether one platform serves your needs, because your needs are different. So my needs are largely multiplayer. I like to play with my friends, and a lot of people have adopted the PS4, especially for things like Destiny. And I love going home to play, you know, in a big fire team with my best friends. But in terms of being able to have access to a lot of games, a big library of games at great value, then the PC is still my platform of choice. But so few, with the exception of Hearthstone, so few people are playing on PC that I know. So I think in terms of what I want out of a console, the PS4 is it.